We are now entering into a world which will become increasingly on demand, so you can create demand for something in advance of its production, and your skills as a designer or a marketeer, you can create the opportunity to monetize products before you even produce them. But also, if we develop systems where it's easier to collaborate with us than it is to compete with us, then you can build alternative commercial models where everybody can profit. But those systems have to be designed in the right way in order to function. And we don't know exactly how they'll work yet, but this is part of our ongoing research and our ongoing process. I think a number of people come in and they think, well, this is a great space, but first I need to know what I want to do here. And I would encourage people to actually look at it from the other perspective, that it's okay to fail and it's okay to not know what you're doing. And this is also something that we encourage in the space, that this is a place where you can also explore. Actually, a lot of innovation comes from the accidental, and you can also open yourself up to that within this space. By engaging in the physical world and the act of production, there's something satisfying in it, and also this can be another means of communication and another way of thinking about things, something we call physical thinking, that by engaging with an object, by engaging with material, and by engaging with the space itself, you can actually communicate better, and you can communicate in a different way with people. Ronan Kardashian has been producing open design furniture now for the last 7 years, so he's one of the early pioneers. And what he has found, I mean, open design isn't, it's not necessarily inherent that just because you can copy it doesn't mean that we give you the permission to produce it yourself for free for your own personal use, but there's still labour involved in that. It's like baking a cake. Just because I know how to bake a cake in my own house doesn't mean I'm necessarily an expert in baking a cake. It doesn't mean that I'm going to produce the best cake, and it doesn't mean I always want to bake cakes. So I might well still go to a baker in order to get their cakes, because I know that they're the best at delivering and creating this kind of thing. The other issue within the world of design especially is that copying is rife anyway. I would challenge this notion of intellectual property as providing security from a perception of personal experience. So I produced a number of items which were patented. I took them into the global marketplace. I established a market niche for an entirely new type of outdoor tableware. And despite my patents and everything else, I was unable to defend them when a company in China started producing them. I was likewise unable to defend them when somebody made a small alteration, and I was likewise unable to defend them when somebody came up with an entirely new concept, but one that served the market niche. So ideas are very challenging in terms of how they're protected anyway. But one of the inherent things within open design, and this is what Ronan has found, is that because you're actually engaging with the world in a different way, you're saying, this is my work, if you want to produce it for yourself, you can. If you want to change it and alter it and build upon it and improve it for yourself, you can. However, if you want to sell it, then please contact me and let's come to an arrangement. And because he engages in this more open manner and something which is less money orientated but also more authentic, I guess, people place a higher value on his work. They will pay more for something that he's produced at auction, that despite the fact that they can produce it themselves. And also because he engages in this way, people want to contact him and say, I like what you do, I've built on it, I've changed it, and I'd now like to sell it. How do we come to an arrangement? Now, one thing I will say about this whole process is it's an exploration. I mean, there are examples of open design practice that are profitable at the moment. But it's still a field which we are exploring within this space, and that as for hard and fast answers, we only at the moment have ideas as to how it could work, which we're testing within this space and within other collaborative projects. Recently on Kickstarter there was a watch strap designed for a new iPod mini, so that you could actually wear your iPod mini as a watch, and they wanted enough money to be able to prototype it, but one of the things they gave in return for donation was a finished watch strap. This very event quickly then turned into actually pre-orders, and they got over $1 million of donations because people wanted this product for themselves. Now this is something that I believe will shift radically the nature of how we engage in the design and production process.